shadows dance and play. Exploration calls us to take the skies again. Together we'll find what we lost in the fray. As the moon's silver light guides our way, we begin again. We begin again.
All right. That theme song rocks. All right. So where am I hearing myself? All right. Sorry about that, guys. This is episode 7 of Moonstruck Saga, and so where this game was going to be a beach game, but it is not outside of the canon, but don't try to pin down the time super hard on this one. Just nebulous, not filler episode, but episode that can go wherever we want it to be in the storyline. Just so that one's clear. So if we want to oh no, we need Akhana in the thicket, Akhana could be there. That's fine. But with that, so we have a game tomorrow as well. I'll say this again at the end of it, but that one's going to start at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to try to make up a game. And then we are going to try to do maybe a longer speakeasy. It will at least start at 5, and we will go from there to see how long it'll go. But that's going to be on Friday, next Friday. And we will try to get the schedule made up this week after Nika goes and sees her doctor. So, thank you, and now I'm going to introduce the players. Alright. So, we've got Akhana playing Officer Akhana. Senior Officer Akhana.
Hello.
We got Will playing Arthur.
Ahoy hoy.
We got Tess playing Hazel.
Hello.
And we got Fee playing Vidra.
Hello.
I was gonna say Vidra playing Fee for some reason, that was how I was gonna introduce you.
Works.
Vidra.
Vidra. It's just like a phoenix otter. What does a legendary phoenix look like to an otter? Okay.
Good weird.
Now I want to draw one.
Just a full back tattoo that's just like a tribal phoenix. It we see Vidra's back and that's what it is, and also Vidra's crazy jacked.
Amazing.
Canon.
Canon.
Just
So
was
dumb.
not ready for that one. Alright, so let me set the stage for us. We know that coming up we have a beach party to get to. Blueberries, Nameless, Simmons, and Zachna came and they came and they reserved the beach for you all. It's the magical Black Sands beach. The water is iridescent. It's beautiful. It's right next to the Bleeding Mountains, which are have the most picturesque sunsets ever. Across all the Echo, this is the place that has the single most beautiful sunsets. Something about the way that the sun sets over folk song. It's amazing. It's a magical experience. Now, everything seems to be going well. Peanut gets a phone call. And then the next thing we know, you four are on the beach of the Black Sands to solve a particular mystery from the woman who owns the resort on the Black Sands beach. Peanut did very little explaining before you guys got here, by the way.
Doesn't surprise me.
Really need to talk to him about his mission prep.
I think in his notes it's just like something boat sinking.
Awesome.
Not even pattern of. Just
Does this thing happen? Go look.
Is something boat sinking something Groundhog's Day.
What? Okay.
we're kind of used to boats singing around us.
Boats explode every day.
Only when we're around.
A boat did explode in a game, previous game, by the way. That canonically set it before your game, like years before. Boats were known to explode.
So this doesn't seem that unusual to us.
This is what boats do. They explode.
Or sink. Or both.
And she's like the woman like who has just recently like come up to you like it's like, oh, excellent, you've heard of the sinking boat. And she like pulls out her pocket watch and she's just like, okay, all right, now just look right over there. And she points out into the water. And as you like look out, it is beautiful. The sunset, like it. This is the perfect place to watch a sunset. If you all had any like AP damage, it would be being recovered from like the light, like the way that it just hits so magically, and you feel very at peace right now. And then this ship like comes into view, and you hear the horrific screams of everyone on board as they run around, as you see the ship begin to crack apart, and you hear the terrifying sounds of the metal pulling apart, and you see somebody just clinging on with everything that she's got, and it's a little old woman, and she's holding a wheelchair in her other arm, and gripping onto it is her husband. And then they fall into the water, and then the ship begins to explode.
Is that supposed to happen?
We
I
didn't
hope
do
it-
that one.
Oh,
Okay.
travel insurance covers this, right?
Is there icebergs out there? Is there
a
an
plank of
iceberg
wood
out
that
there?
they can that they can both climb up on? Or a door?
Life raft?
And she's like, we've tried over and over again.
To do
Like-
what?
We've sent people out there to see if if you could stop it from happening. It just keeps happening.
Are they different boats or is it the same boat?
Good question.
It's-
Oh wait, if it explodes, then it can't be the same boat, right?
And she's
I
like,
mean, Ship of Theseus.
you would think, but every time it says like the SS Jolly Dodger. It's the same ship every
Where does
night.
it come from?
Oh, good question too.
Actually, Arthur, I think Arthur, you would know that the SS Jolly Dodger, and Vidra too, from spending any time. Arthur, especially from being from Evil, and Vidra from spending time up there.
Mm.
That also Akhana and Hazel, you two would know as well. Like all of you would be able to piece it together, so you guys can like do that. It is a ship that comes from Sonnery.
Hmm.
Okay. I guess my other question is, are there any other ships that are known to have famously gone down in this particular region? Like, is this like a Bermuda Triangle type situation?
I don't think so. I. Unless you want it to be. Like you tell me. Is it?
I mean, looking at the map, like this is
Oh
a
yeah.
channel between islands. Like it seems like the exact kind of thing where, yeah, this would be the sort of thing that would just, for completely non-mysterious reasons, become a ship graveyard, right? You've got this narrow channel where water starts rushing through the currents. That's the sort of thing where you could get riptides, and if there are any formations like reefs or shoals or anything like that underneath, it'd be really easy for ships to run aground at best
Ah.
or get absolutely murdered at worst. And each one of those then becomes an additional hazard. So yeah, I'm gonna say this seems like the sort of place where ships would probably avoid if they could anyway.
Do we have the specs on this ship class? Like, what type of engines are it running? And what's the complement of crew,
How many guests are on it?
passengers? Where's the
Are there
port origin and itinerary?
distress logs?
Are there ever any
Or-
survivors?
Probably not if it's going kaboom.
I mean,
Maybe the two that
somebody's
jumped
able
off?
to swim away.
There'd be pieces of them everywhere, but no, I don't think there'd be survivors.
Chunky.
Has
Good.
anyone ever attempted to dive down to the hulk of the wreck?
I just love all of these questions. Okay, Hazel. How did you get the itinerary of the people that were on this ship?
By tracking with the name of the ship, I could track down a point of origin and see what their stops normally are and see if there's any kind of variance in, did they have to change a port of call due to weather or other reasons? Why are they this way versus another route? Because if this is a known channel, then finding the itinerary would be key through usually the port authorities where they're coming in. They always have it planned out.
This was like in your research for it, like going through dossiers. I'm picturing like she asked you this and you guys are like still in like your offices at the Silver Thimble, like in like at Lockstitch Academy, like doing this stuff, and then we're gonna head out here because like I really like that mental image of you just using your contacts. Like very much everybody think of this as like those old 50s detective shows where they would just like have basically a montage of looking for like suddenly we're here, suddenly we're here.
Travel by map.
Right? All right, so Hazel, like the SS Jolly Dodger, it was a cruise ship that made port in the occasional docks at Goosedale in Sonnery, and it just does say just occasional docks, and like you would know that just means sometimes they're not there and sometimes they are there. And it was an elderly singles cruise captained by Captain Harold Finnegan. He goes by Harry most of the time. It had a couple of notable people of high society. Evelyn Evie Whitmore, she's a retired detective, was on the ship. There was Larry Goldstein, retired magician and trying to like make a couple bucks. There was Margaret Maggie O'Hara. She's a former opera singer. There was Beatrice Wellington. She's a retired nurse. And there was Oliver Ollie Grant, former actor. But through some of your research, one of these people is suspicious to you. Who is it? One of these people has, like, ties with, like, the underground or, like, a shady group of people.
You said one of them was like a retired detective?
Yep, 1 second, the first one. Her name is Evelyn Evie Whitmore, is a retired detective.
I would pick Evie Whitmore because detectives usually have some shady connections for their own purposes for information.
Absolutely. So those are the main characters in play on the cruise ship. What more did we want to learn about this?
Was this a theme cruise? Like, was there a theme to the cruise?
Oh, please, you gotta tell me.
A bunch of old people on a cruise.
I mean, I wonder if it's almost like a mobile casino.
Most cruises are.
Mhm.
Themed or otherwise, yeah.
Maybe they had like bingo tournaments.
Maybe they're all connected in some way. And they had decided to go on a cruise together.
Monument to mortal hubris. I mean, that's really what a cruise ship is.
It's like the real question was it a carnival booze cruise or was this a bougie bougie ass crystal cruise?
Yeah, right? Is it a bunch of
Ooh.
just, like, of the, like, elderly cutting loose, or is it just, like,
Posh
is it...
Queen Mary 2 stuff.
Pinky's up. Or was it
Considering
retired?
Yeah, like the clientele would lean more towards being more of a kind of a gluttonous, elaborate, showy, because you have old people with money, mostly retired, and of recognizable names. So this is more of a, in my opinion, they're showing off for fun, so that makes them good targets for people with ulterior motives, whether it's financial or maybe there's something that one of them possessed that was of interest. I mean, making occasional port stops usually means a rotating itinerary. So the question is, how long were they at the port this time around versus other times maybe? Was there someone late getting back to the ship? Did they leave on time? Did they offload anything? Get anything put on?
Were the staff all accounted for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious about the are the staff continuing to draw paychecks? So if you're caught in a Groundhog Day loop for however long, I mean, theoretically, are you still getting additional hourly wages for that?
Okay. Alright.
You're gonna have to do some.
One of these people, one of them on the ship, is aware there's a time loop.
Ooh.
One of them is reliving it over and over and over again.
It's the actor, isn't it?
It would have to be.
He's like changing his method acting every time.
Is it getting hit in the face with a locker every time it resets?
Uh-huh.
I think this has been happening for 3 weeks now. So he is in 21 of his, like, loop.
Mm.
Yikes.
So Oliver, the
The actor.
the actor, is currently stuck in a time loop because something sunk this ship in such a way that it is now haunting the lake, haunting this river. And all she wants you to do is, can you guys just get rid of this? Because, like, I got guests coming.
We need to find a way to contact the Oliver because we need to know what he's tried to do
Hmm.
and what he's found.
And if he's
To
talked
kind
to
of-
anybody.
Exactly, and see if anything's kind of changed when he's done certain things. Any suspicious looking people that may be causing this to happen.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wasn't completely ready for this to be fully Groundhog's Day. So,
Surprise.
The benefit is if we know their exact itinerary, which it seems like we do, we know exactly where he's going to be eventually. So all we need to
Know
do
exactly
is,
when the ship is going to blow up.
Right.
yeah, we just wait for an opportune moment to board, and then from there or see if we can find this guy on a shore excursion.
oh,
And then,
absolutely.
See what
Oh.
we can,
Probably
see
hitting
what we
that
can
duty
discover.
free shopping pretty hard.
We might be able to try also to veer it off course and just see what happens.
It's like Hazel's itinerary does point out there are, look at that, conveniently 4 no-shows at the stop at Glomecrest. So, I mean, you 4 could just take their place.
That's doable. And I've been needing a bit of a vacation anyway. It's been a long couple months.
Hope none of y'all
I-
get seasick. Haha.
I have the perfect cardigan picked out for this.
I mean, I'm an otter. If I'm seasick, that's a problem.
I'm looking for an excuse to put on a rayon Hawaiian shirt, some linen pants, and a straw Panama hat, and then get some work done on my novel while I'm at it. I mean, hell, if I get caught in the time loop, I can actually just workshop my novel over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's like free time.
Yeah,
I mean-
exactly.
I definitely need to work on the editing for the documentary. So, kind of figure out what the actual through line is.
So, okay. So each one of you is taking someone else's place getting on this boat. So you have to be them. Like,
Okay.
this is like, all of these people die at the end of tonight.
Hmm.
I guess the first thing we had to figure out is how do we not die so we can come back.
Or do we know that we can come back even if we do die?
Mm. Oh, right. If it's Groundhog's Day, everyone starts back to where they were.
Yeah, I mean, so honestly, we've got to figure out. We got to be able to do some experimentation with the loop. And here's the other thing that we will have: if we can get ourselves caught in the loop, one, even if we don't remember anything that happens on prior loops, we will know that we are in the loop. And so that automatically gives us a certain amount of agency that otherwise would not be available to the average person in here.
Hmm.
So what we should do is also look for ways to, should we get caught in the loop, leave behind messages for ourselves. And what I'm curious about actually is if we get off before the appointed destruction, would we get pulled back into the loop with the destruction of the ship?
Oh, yeah. So does it affect everyone on the ship or does it affect everyone like on the roster?
Well,
I think-
considering we weren't on the original itinerary per se, might be a loophole.
I think we can do that loophole, or also, like, if you guys wanted to, like, play with it in an interesting way, like, what if you each take like a null pill so that you can't get caught in the loop?
Mm.
Like, it'd be showing a beneficial side of like a dangerous drug thing that we have. Not drug, but like
Substance.
Oh, there is a problem if we do that, right? Getting caught in the loop has its advantages because it means that we're functionally immortal.
it just
Like-
means like if it sinks, like if you guys get clear of the ship and it sinks, then you just have to like drive back to Sonnery. It's a drive, but like you just have to go back and like start it again, because this ship has been docking every single day, but it does not let on anybody else other than the people, and the people don't exist until they're right about to dock,
Mm.
until they're just about to get on. And like if you like, you can't stop them from getting on. They are just going to.
What's to stop us from destroying the propellers and the azopods that are on the ship?
I don't think anything. It would just probably just wait, and then the time it's supposed to sink goes by, it would disappear and start over again.
Okay.
Hmm.
So even if we were to just say kidnap the bridge crew and prevent them from taking the ship out of port, it would just sit there until the appointed time and then just vanish and start the loop over.
I in fact very much like, everybody make a montage of you guys just doing these things. What are some of the ways you guys have tried to stop this?
Blow up the
I'm team take
smokestacks.
the bridge crew. That's awesome.
I'm
It
team
does-
set a fire.
Yeah, or blow it up before it gets to the place.
Just create a fire
But
because you
that
have to
doesn't
take care of
fix
it.
anything.
No, you
Test
just
things.
you set. I'm all about fire.
I'm not 100% sure we're gonna actually get to the Brindlewood Bay section of this game, but this game's hilarious so far. It's just you four.
Food
Captain
poison
Harry.
the crew so they have to forcibly dock because they get like norovirus. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
It's
like
just like,
swim out to the ship and see if I can at least like take one person with me off of the ship.
okay.
Little life raft.
All right, so everybody, we're playing Brindlewood Bay. Well, they're just like, also all of you guys have to imagine they do not look like their characters. They each look like characters like out of Murder She Wrote. They're all disguised as like the elderly to be on a singles fucking like booze cruise. Turns out.
Hmm.
I have already disguised myself as an older otter at one point, so I say I just use the same costume.
So when you're picturing the montage of them like holding the captain hostage, well, like so that they can't go, and like blowing up the propellers, and like dropping the anchors so that they can't do anything, and just constantly sabotaging this ship, you
Can we
have
dress
to
up?
imagine. Go ahead.
I just imagined the Golden Girls doing this.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like they're just like busting into rooms, just like, thank you for being a friend, and just beating the shit out of people.
Which one is Arthur?
B. Arthur.
It's,
Yeah,
it's got
be
gotta
Arthur.
It's gotta be
gotta be,
Arthur. It has to be
yeah.
Arthur.
It has to be. Like, there's no choice in this matter. But yes, in a Hawaiian shirt and straw Panama hat.
Okay, so does that make Akhana Blanche because red hair?
Probably.
Hmm.
I don't know who's shorter, Vidra or Hazel for Sophia.
Oh,
Or who's
Well, I mean-
older.
Hazel is only like 3'8".
I
So
mean, I'm short for an otter, and that's all I can tell. But I'll be
yeah.
Rose.
Everybody,
Rose.
they're all dressed up as the Golden Girls and just like
Love it.
destroying the ship, just like running just all over the place. It's just like everybody hanging out. But during this, so I need you guys to roll me
Oh, here we go.
in your things. Roll me a day move, each one of you.
So that's 2d6.
Um,
Does it work?
yeah, you can actually just do it right on your character sheet and just hit the day move thing, and then select whatever ability you want to use.
How do I do
It-
that?
You can just like in the journal on your character sheet.
Uh-huh.
Day move is right underneath the conditions, and then whatever your thing is, like, how are you gathering information is what I'm asking. So Akhana got a mild success. Okay, so Akhana, what was the information you were trying to gather, like, throughout the, like, I'm gonna say you all just did 3 loops of this thing.
I wanted to know if the bridge team, if they weren't at the controls and operating the ship, like if I just like took over as navigator and took it off course, if that would change what happened. If it would stop it from sinking and blowing up.
Okay, Akhana, what you discovered on that is, at a certain point at night, I'm gonna say like an hour before the ship begins to crash, the steering is locked. Like, you are locked out of the steering completely. Like, there is sabotage. But it does not happen in this room. It happens somewhere else on the ship.
Gotcha.
Alright. So, did you two want to try to reroll in the with using your character sheet?
Sure.
It's-
So, how do I?
You just click on the journal and then click on day move button in the
Yeah.
middle of the screen.
It comes up with input value
Oh,
or whether it has.
I think just
advantage
hit just
Yeah,
just
just
leave
submit.
that and then hit the submit.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
absolutely. Okay, so 12 plus, yeah. What? Hazel, what were you trying to research on this cruise? Like, where were you hanging out?
Hazel was kind of hanging out around the crew members to see if there was someone around the crew that was causing issues or maybe isn't exactly who they say they are.
Absolutely. Okay. So, one of the nights that you're here, this is Larry Goldstein. That is at least who he says he is. But, Hazel, that's not Larry Goldstein. That is... What's a really dumb con man name? Like, that's Slick Rick Jenkins of Evil.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Now, Slick Rick Jenkins, he might be like, know a thing or two about making stuff disappear, but he's no magician. And like,
So,
go ahead, Arthur.
as someone who is familiar with the criminal underworld of evil, is Slick Rick someone that I've run across in my adventures?
Oh, for sure. Slick Rick had to get out of town. Like, he owes a guy for a job.
Cool. So I'm gonna post up kind of just off stage by the green room. Just waiting for him to come back after he finishes his show and have a little talk.
Again, dressed as Dorothea from Golden Girls.
Yes. How good is my disguise?
Oh man, okay.
I guess the question is this like a disguise that would actually fool someone who has seen me before?
I think these disguises come from Akhana,
Yeah.
from like Lockstitch, not from like these rules. So I honestly think you guys' disguises are fully convincing.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So I'm there is basically tropical B. Arthur.
I love it.
So yeah, again, tropical, 6'8" tall.
I need this on a
tropical B. Arthur.
postcard.
Like this is.
We need art.
I mean, everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, you're a lot taller than I expected."
Because she was tall anyway.
Yeah, she was. Tall.
Yeah, she's the tallest of the bunch. We're good. This checks out.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna sit there waiting by his dressing room and waiting for him to finish his show.
He's doing some real bad crowd work. He's just like, "Oh, look at that! There, folks. What brings you here?" And he grabs their tablecloth and he goes to like try to pull it out from underneath their stuff, but a lot of it just starts shaking. And like some of it falls over and breaks. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry!" And he goes in and he starts patting these old people dry. Akhana and Hazel, you do see him. Like he is pickpocketing. Kind of Hazel and Vidra, all three of you. Obviously, like it's clear to you, but he is like stealing this woman's pearls from around her necklace. He's like taking like the medals off this military guy's jacket and like throwing them up his like sleeve. He's like, "Oh, you can't win them all." He's like, comes up and he's like, "And with that," and then the smoke machine starts going off and he starts like coughing and swearing, and then like when the smoke goes away, he's no longer there, and he's like hurriedly hurrying to his room. That's where he bumps into Arthur.
Going somewhere, Rick? He says it with B. Arthur's voice.
In the deepest voice possible.
Yeah.
And he jumps. He's just like, "Oh, it's just like, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You must be a fan. Yeah, a lot of you calling people by the wrong names. Once you get up in age, I understand. It's fine. It's fine. Who should I make it out to?"
Come now.
"That's a strange name, but I'll go for it.
We're both.
Come now, the great Larry." And then he like
we're both from evil. I know who you are.
he throws his headshot in your face and starts running.
All right, and then so yeah, I'm gonna book it after him. I'm gonna run and tackle him.
Just imagine B. Arthur doing that.
Yep.
Roll me a day move with vitality.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All right. Okay, day move with vitality. Okay, I got a +2 on that. So how do I determine that I'm using vitality in here?
When you click day move, it this
Okay, so
like you
like
submit
day move.
okay on man, this is really weird.
It just says advantage or disadvantage.
Like
Like there's no way to.
once you click submit on the advantage or disadvantage, it doesn't come up with another menu for you. That's weird. It comes up with another menu for me.
Okay, so if I'm doing this, do I get advantage on this or no?
Yeah, I would say you get advantage on it for sure.
Cool. All right. Okay, now I can select the ability to use. All right.
Oh, I get it now.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Triple ones.
Oof.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget that you're supposed to narrate what the worst outcome could be when you.
Okay, yeah. So, basically, just as Arthur is about to take off, Basically, what would happen for him in this terrible outcome? Um, I imagine that Rick has basically dropped a smoke bomb and then probably some sort of caltrops or whatever to slow me down. And so as I'm running after him, again, I'm wearing flip-flops. This is vacation mode, right? Arthur is in vacation mode. The solving the case is frankly secondary for him right now. He just wanted to get this over with and then spend the rest of the cruise writing his novel. And this asshole is getting in the way of it. He doesn't have time for this, but he's going after him. Steps on the caltrops, of course, pierces the flip-flops, and in the confusion of it all, he's in pain. He's annoyed. He loses sight of Rick as he goes through the labyrinthine passageways of the ship. So he could probably be anywhere now.
Absolutely.
And now because my foot is hurt, I'm not going to be able to run going forward. So I'm going to have to. That's going to be a problem. Meanwhile, I know that now Rick is going to be on the lookout for me as B. Arthur. So that I may have to find a different disguise to approach him next time.
So, absolutely, and hilarious. So, okay. So, Vidra, can you make a roll? A day move for whichever whatever way that you want to study. Like, how is Vidra gonna study? Like, what part of it interests Vidra?
So, generally speaking, I kind of figure that anything that is like exploding, that there has to have been a reason it exploded other than it hit something. So, like, there has to be explosives somewhere. So, I'm gonna look for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That feels like. What do we think it's reason? Seems like a reason thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like investigative.
Yeah, I would say it's a day move with advantage, and it'd be reason.
Okay. Did that do the thing? It did the thing.
Yes, it did the thing. Yeah, mild
Yay.
success, absolutely. Okay. So, it's down to 2 people, Vidra. Let me take us to right here. This bedroom is the crew bedroom. Like, there's not like the captain. This is like the cook. This is the cook, or you know what? It's too easy. Not in here. I think it's gonna be alright. So, in very Lockstitch fashion, you found the bomb in the library. Now, sitting in the library, every time that we do this, like, there's Frederick is sitting in here reading. We have the Frederick is a ex publisher. We have Evelyn, she is the detective. And we have Gloria. Gloria was a fashion designer before she retired. They spend every day, like the whole time, all three of them are in here until the ship begins to sink. But one of these three has the bomb. Which one do you suspect has the bomb? But which one might also have the bomb?
Okay, so the fun thing about the choices that I made before starting this is that I have a cat.
This is true.
People who are mean to animals are generally not nice people. And so my cat's going to be with me and is going to visit all of these people and try to like rub up against their leg, and I'm going to see what they do to Spark.
Absolutely. What does your cat look like?
So my cat is actually kind of a wind-up clockwork cat because I'm allergic to cats. And so it's kind of a construct that has been made, but acts like an actual cat.
There's literally another one of those in the game that Forge has.
Maybe I got a duplicate. Or borrowed. What's Forge's cat's name?
I think it was K9? Stealing his cat.
I might just have a duplicate or have gotten something very similar.
K10, yeah. I thought it was K something.
So
K10. Like, this is, like, it is fine for you to have something like this. It is just
Yeah.
much less than his and more like wind up.
Oh yeah. No, this is a wind-up toy, essentially, but not, because it's kind of sentient-ish in the way that cats are. Like, for instance, my real-life cat can tell time. Mostly around his food dish, but...
Oh shit, 1 second. I gotta change the music for Nika.
Success. I mean, message delivered.
Alright. As much as I absolutely do like the automated cat, I don't want to step on something that Forge has special.
That's okay. It can be a regular cat. Still named Spark.
Absolutely. Okay. Did that fix the music? I just clicked on a thing. So you guys have to let me know. Because I can't hear it. Yep, okay, excellent. Alright. So Spark gets hold on, I got a token for this.
Hmm.
All right. So let's roll a. It's probably reason, right? Is it? Do you think it's reason or presence for like the cat to be
Remind
able to?
me, what does presence do?
It's like a vibe, you know.
I'd say presence.
All right. Roll me day move, and the cat's definitely going to give you advantage. So vibes.
Okay.
Yay!
Mild success. Stop.
Cat, you say? You need a real cat?
Success.
I think that's a perfect success with that. I mean, the timing
Yeah.
was pretty much ideal.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, absolutely.
Bumps it up.
Booba gives it a bump into success. So, which one of these? All right. So, which one of them has the detonator? Like they've already planted the explosives before you got in here, but you know which one of them did it.
So I'm gonna say that one of them seems legitimately allergic. I'm gonna say it's the guy that's sitting in the back, and then like one of them seems very happy to have the cat in the room, and the other one kind of shoot it away with their foot. And I think that one's name, you said Gloria was one of them?
Yeah, this one's Gloria.
Yeah.
No, Gloria's a monster.
Gloria is a monster.
So, Akhana knows that the ship is sabotaged not from the room. Like, it doesn't hit anything. It gets blown up from Gloria for some reason. And we know that there is a con man on the ship. Oh. Yeah, All right, everybody. Day starts again.
Oh no.
Do we retain any knowledge from the prior loop?
Full. Like, you four are perfectly fine. Like,
Okay.
you know what's gonna happen and where it's gonna happen, and you can tell me where it's happening.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't want to waste any time in the bridge.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can catch Rick again. So I'm going to. This time I'm going to lay an elaborate trap for him. What was his
Nice.
stage name again?
Sorry, what was that?
What was his stage name again?
Larry.
Larry. Okay.
The magic
Alright.
guy.
The Magnificent Larry.
Magnificent Larry. Okay. All right. Got it. So I know what I'm doing this time.
Where would I be most useful?
How about we do a pincer move pincer movement against Rick/Larry?
That's a good idea. And also, I have access to my favorite mode of transportation, which might be if he runs, I can. Yeah, I guess for this that makes sense. I'm gonna call it my infinite cycle scooter. It's a rascal scooter, but designed like a motorcycle.
This feels like have you guys ever seen Space Mutiny?
No.
I don't think I have.
No.
It's like one of the all-time classic MST3K episodes. And like
I may have seen it.
Yeah, it was like with Blast Hard Cheese, Brick Man Meat, all that stuff. But like there's like the intruders, which are these little micro scooters that get used in incredibly low speed chases.
Oh yeah.
It's like that.
Those are some helmets that they're wearing in the pictures for this
The whole
enforcer.
thing is on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah,
Now-
maybe we know which way he's gonna run if he's gonna rabbit. So like, if you post up and then you're just ready to like trip him or something, or you can just pull your scooter out in front of him.
Yes, I try to mow him down. No problem.
Yeah, awesome.
I love this plan.
All right, love it.
All
Let's,
right.
see
So
what
we
we
know
can
what
do here.
Akhana and Arthur are up to. Yeah, can both of you roll me... What am I looking for? Probably Vitality again?
Alright, so
Alright.
it's mine's a Maven because when I use it, I get an extra dice. And it says leave it unmarked. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's right. I think you can only use each of your moves once.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Your Maven move?
I mean, this could technically be classified as a meddling move, right?
Hmm.
Oh
And
yeah, this would definitely be a meddling move.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
and so this is a place occupied by the rich. Because I've got Columbo as my maven.
Nice.
So something about you causes the elites of society to not take you too seriously. Once per mystery, when you do the meddling move in a place occupied by the rich and famous, you find an additional clue, even on a miss.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because this is what we're doing. We're meddling with this guy. We're stirring the pot to see what comes up. That seems like a good example of this. So
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me.
all right. And I think I'm gonna use presence for this. Do I have advantage or none?
Yeah, you definitely get advantage.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna roll mine with advantage because I'm using my transportation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Here we go.
All right.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Arthur got a great success. Like, you found a clue. Mild success for Akhana, but definitely. All right. So here's how it goes. You chase him before his show, and you end up on the outside of the pool. Akhana, you cut him off by coming down the hallway. I do not have a full map of this cruise ship, but wherever you are outside the library. Like, I'm gonna say like this room back here is the library. As you cut him off. And he just like raises his hands. He's just like, there's a mistake. There's a mistake. It's just like, it's like, are you another fan looking for a picture? He's like, and he starts to like pull out another picture, but you see a smoke bomb in his hand. Like he's about to try to like get away.
I want to take my crochet needle and knock it out of his hand.
Absolutely.
No, sir. I mean business.
It's just like, oh. And it's just like, I don't know how the rings got in my pockets. It's just like, I'm sure like you can come down to my room and like look through some of the stuff that I found on the cruise. If you want if some of this happens to be your stuff, then I'm sure you can have it back. I'm sorry.
I watched you take it off people. It's not just my stuff. It's a bunch of all the people in the front row got ripped off.
You just got on the ship though. You didn't see my show. I haven't performed yet.
Oh yeah, yesterday. So how do you have my rings?
Planning to do that.
I mean, it's like flashback to the bus boy that was helping you load your luggage in. It's just this guy dressed as a bus boy and shaking your hand and taking your rings.
He's basically caught between the two of us here, right? Like
Absolutely, and
like we basically have him cornered. So I just say, hey, we both know who you are. Now, there's two ways this can go. There's the easy way where, you tell us what you know and you enjoy the rest of your cruise, and you don't bother anybody, you don't take anybody's stuff, you respect everybody's property, and we go our separate ways. Or we frog march you up to the captain. I'm fine with either.
he's
There's
like,
probably a brig here.
he's got his hands up. And he's just like looks at you through your Dorothea outfit. He's just like, Arthur?
I just imagine like that
Oh
I just picture like that bit in Arrested Development. Ah, Gene Parmesan, you got me again.
Arthur, if you wanted in on the score, you could have just told me we're about to hit this place. Like the little trinkets that I've picked up along the way, and his hands are each of his joints are double full of old lady rings. You know what I'm talking about?
He's
Yeah.
flinging himself out.
And
I'm gonna.
he's got all those
I'm gonna-
necklaces, but instead of it looking really cool or anything, because it's just all pearls and all the old lady beadwork.
Oh, what about the chunky, gaudy brooches and stuff?
Oh yeah, he has to have those under his lapel.
Yeah, like a pin, like a
can
pin
barely
collection.
This
And
dude's basically wearing armor.
I look at Rick and I go, okay, first of all, where the hell are you gonna find a fence who'll pay anything for those? You'd be lucky to get even what their rightful owners paid for them.
He's just here's the, come here. It's just here's the trick. I don't need a fence. I'm gonna pass these off to some, thankful widows. There's a good number of those around Evil. They're gonna let me back in because I got a score on deck, way bigger than this, and they're not gonna report any of this stolen because there'll be no survivors.
What?
Really? What do you?
Huh? Oh,
What do you
I'm
mean by
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry. I didn't have Did you need my room number to come get some of your jewelry back?
I
Yes.
basically slowly pick him up by the scruff of his collar.
Tell me your room number.
He's like, I'm so forward.
I'm ratcheting up the old lady cry.
He's just like, my room number is 25.
Is he telling the truth? What do we need to know to figure that
And
out?
we sense it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a I think that's
take his key.
Reason? Oh, you could shake him down for his key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
need
shake
to
him
figure
down for
out
his
if he's
key.
lying. Vitality to just shake him down.
All right, which one do you want to do, Arthur?
I've got 2 vitality just by virtue of
Yeah, do that. I'll do reason.
All right, cool. So this isn't really a move. This is just a 2d6 plus 2, right?
Do we want it to be a move?
I don't think it needs to be. So that's going to be 6 plus
Okay.
2. So that is going to be 8.
Yeah, so that's a mild success. You
Sorry,
shake
that's
it.
+1. Oh, I failed.
Yeah,
Oh no, it's an 8.
both
Yeah.
mild
Whew.
successes. Okay. So, as you shake him, his room key falls out of his pocket and lands on the floor. But also,
Is there a number on it, like a door number? So I know if he's lying.
Where did? What do you think is more interesting? Was he lying? I feel like he would definitely be lying to this old woman. If he
Yeah,
fully
he
believed you were
offered up
just
my
an old
stuff back.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a room.
Gotcha.
25 is not a room.
I might check 2 and 5 though. Let's see if this door key works.
All right, and so do those classify as a clue?
Absolutely. The other thing that falls out is it is a card. And it just says library 9:30.
What time is it now?
He's supposed to go on his show. His show starts at 8, it ends at 9. And that's where
Okay.
you were chasing him yesterday. The boat is seen sinking at
10 something, right?
9, like around, yeah. Oh, sunset. Maybe the sunset's really late there. So say the sun sets at 10. At the like peak beauty time in that sunset is when the explosion happens.
Got it. Okay, so I'm going to, knowing that this gives us a pretty good shot to, learn something here. I'm gonna see if I can go to the library, and also I take I stop by my stateroom and I pick up my typewriter and carry it with me because maybe I'll be able to get some writing done on this novel that I've been working on.
Vidra and Hazel, what are you two up to while these two are interrogating the Magnificent Larry?
I want to see if I can get that detonator away from the person who has it for you.
Absolutely. So when you guys normally board, Gloria, where is Gloria right before she comes into the library?
So you said she spends the entire time there. So she just kind of books it. Like maybe she doesn't even bother to take her bags to her room.
Okay, all right.
If she even has a room.
Oh, Gloria's tis bad, Gloria.
Does she even have a ticket? Does she just kind of piggyback on someone? Like, cause a distraction and get by them?
It's like, okay, you see Gloria, like, outside the cruise ship. Oh, let me see if I can move this over here. Focus ping. So you see Gloria for now that you're looking for her. She's always in the crowd, also boarding the ship in the same place. She is suspiciously looking around.
I'm gonna go ahead and knock into her and see if I can get like her in a conversation with me. See if I can suss out if she's already got the explosive figured out or if it's something that she'll acquire later.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a composure. I think we are moving into night move. No, this could be a meddling. You could do meddling, absolutely.
Okay. And then that would be composure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof. Okay. On a miss, the keeper makes a move against you. I think as you like get close, she pulls a gun out and she like grabs your arm and she presses it up against your skin and she's like, there. Don't move, don't speak up, don't speak up. And she's like, starts taking point. She's like, I didn't know that there was a second crew aiming to hit this ship, but this score is mine, you see? I've worked too long on this. Too hard. I'll get that item.
I'm just gonna sit there and nod. I see you've found out who I am.
So of course
I
I
don't
found out who
know.
you. No, where's and like she looks around. She's like, I saw him. I knew I saw Arthur around here somewhere. Where is he? As like we see Arthur and Akhana chasing after the magician.
I have
She's
no
like,
idea who you're talking about.
that wig doesn't fool me. And like he pulls up like his latex mask, and underneath it, you recognize this as Arthur, who is a known like bank robber type of evil. I'm talking like famous, the same way that Bonnie and Clyde like famous.
Oh, let's see. Hold on while I go into my memory palace here to come up with some sort of bizarre pun-based name. Hang on a sec.
To be pun based.
Doesn't have to be, but it will be. You're gonna like it. I promise.
What's that? I forget his name. The Johnny Depp played him in a movie. Johnny Depp played a
Donnie
He's played-
Brasco?
not Donnie Brasco, but although hilarious, the idea that that would be it.
Are we talking like older stuff or?
Not when he was like, oh man, Crybaby. It would be very funny.
Uh-huh.
But-
John Dillinger.
Yeah, Dillinger.
Oh, I think I know it. I got it. It's Al Capone. He's a skeleton.
Al Capone.
Mm,
Got it.
that's too good.
Is it? It's so bad it's good. It's very bad. Let's be clear. It's a terrible pun, and it is intended to elicit groans, much like Al Capone.
Al Capone's got his gun up against Vidra's head. He's just like, I know exactly who you are. I've seen you around the streets. This score is mine. You can just walk away. But he's just like, but first I need to make sure your partner will walk away as well. So we're just gonna be real close friends, and we're just gonna be like peas in a pod. And he like hooks his arm into like the crook of your arm, and just like,
Yes, crouch.
oh yeah. He's so leaned over. He's like, we're just two old ladies taking a boat.
Got it.
Oh God.
How close is how close is Arthur right now?
Arthur's like at the pool on the boat, currently shaking Larry.
Okay. So are we on our way there then?
I think you're on your way to the dinner cart or
Okay.
the cafeteria section. I don't know what they call things in cruises. Hazel, that all can happen in front of you if you want to like follow, or if you like wandered off somewhere else.
Do you know how tempting it is to get to like commandeer a moped, like motor scooter, and have a cane and be like, "Get the hell out of my way, you two," and just try to run the skeleton over?
Akhana got to do that because that's Akhana's ability.
Yep.
But it's like, no, she would just steal it from another old person. Be like, you move. But since I'm like the grouchy golden girl,
Wait, are you the grouchy golden girl? Or are you
Sophia.
yeah,
Are you
I'm
Rose?
Sophia.
No, I'm Rose.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
get to
right.
be
Sorry.
I get to be Sophia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my my cane and be like, kind of hobbling behind them, just looking like I didn't hear a damn thing. And, pretending I have dentures or something and smacking that annoyingly, just to be as annoying as possible. To see if I can buy some distraction so Vidra can get away.
Oh, for sure. Okay. So here is what I think is happening.
I mean, he is off balance because he has to crouch. You might be able to like trip him with your cane.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Take
like,
it to the knees.
I'm gonna use the hook.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me a metal roll, and this is definitely metal with vitality. Or like neck vitality, is that what they call it? Yeah, vitality.
It's gonna load this stuff for me here.
Okay, but before you make the roll, tell me what's the worst that could happen.
I totally whiff it and faceplant into the deck. Because she's short too, so if she misses this isn't gonna go very well.
You could also trip me.
Yeah, I could end up tripping forward into them and like causing
Oh, I love it.
Just-
Absolutely.
just causing like a furball roll. So I need to do the meddling, and what did I need to do next?
Meddling vitality. Oh, a miss. This is actually really hilarious. Picture this in the way of the middle of an episode of Murder She Wrote. Hazel, dressed as Sophia, coming up behind the Al Capone, who is currently in disguise as a fashionista, retired fashionista, Gloria, has a gun to Vidra's head as they are trying to like take them hostage because they do not want to share the loot, whatever that loot is. Hazel's getting closer, and then from off screen, a blackjack smacks the back of Hazel's neck, and she falls, and like she twists in the air as she's falling into the water and splashes down. And I need two of you. Doesn't matter which two. This is the commercial break, so somebody read my script for Glonecrest Boardwalk.
I got it.
There's two parts. We got Oliver and we got Margaret.
I'll be Oliver. Who's Margaret?
Who wants to play Margaret for a very like turn of the century commercial for a boardwalk?
I can try it.
All right.
All right, everybody, hit me.
Welcome, folks, to Gloomcrest Boardwalk, the place where eerie excitement meets endless fun.
That's right, Oliver. Step into our haunted attractions and feel the thrill on the ghost train.
Try your luck at the creepy carnival games, if you dare.
Oh, and the House of Mirrors? You never know who or what you'll see.
Creak, creak, creak.
Indulge in eerie treats at our haunted food court, guaranteed to tickle your taste buds and your spine.
And don't forget the nightly spooktacular show, a frightful delight for all ages.
Join us
Wow.
Ooh.
spine-tingling memories that'll last forever.
Yay!
Lone Crest Boardwalk, where if you're not having fun, you're no fun.
All right. What do we cut back to? Vidra? I think actually here, let me.
So Hazel's now in the drink.
Like the last we saw Hazel was falling into the water. But there could have been a twist if somebody saved her, if somebody
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
Regardless, I'm going to jump like in because I'm a good swimmer, and I'm going to make sure that they don't drown.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah.
Like at this point, like the skeleton is off balance. Something weird just happened. I'm just going to like let go and go like make sure that my friend isn't dying.
And I happen to see this chase from my vantage point, so I was able to maybe I throw a rope ladder overboard.
Life
So-
preserver.
With a life preserver, yeah, but the ladder will actually let you get up.
That's
onto
true.
the ship. I have the ladder there so you can get back aboard.
Absolutely.
This only works because Hazel and I are about the same size.
So yeah, Vidra. No, I don't actually even think that is necessary. Like, we can just cut to you all being. Here, let me just. Let's go to the shuffleboard course. Gloria's not here though, or Al Cabone, as we know he actually is. Louise is though. She's really happy to be here. She's just like a cool person. All right, so you all get to like reacquaint each other. Like, this is right after you have interrogated Larry or Slick Rick, and just after we've learned that Al Cabone is Gloria is actually Al Cabone.
Mm-hmm.
But we do not know their mission. I think that's... As far as clues go, can we run down what you guys think are clues for the record? I think we forgot to like write and like no, okay, you guys have been. Thank God.
I've been typing away.
Yeah, okay. I was like, oh man, I did not have time to stop and talk to you guys about what clues you might have, but like then Akhana's just like, yep, got them.
So, yeah,
Don't give me any area to type.
we got the room key. And that's either 2 or 5. We've got the plan that Al Cabone and Slick Rick are trying to pull off, which we know is explosive. And it is, at some point, it keys off in the library at 9.
Well, the magician had a note that shook out of his pocket that said, I'm sorry, Slick Rick, to meet someone in the library at 9:30, because his show goes from 8 to 9.
Right, 9:30. Yeah, that's right.
And someone who already is in the library, well, okay, Vidra went, I'm trying to remember, either before the magician show or it was after, right?
It was kind of at the same
With
time.
the cat. At the same time. Okay, during the show. There are 3 people in there, and one of them is suspicious.
Yeah, so one
Which
of them,
was Gloria, quote unquote,
who
which
is
is
actually
actually Al
yeah.
Cabone. Okay.
So we know that he's the one that has the detonator.
Yes,
Alright.
yes. Gloria has a detonator. Like, for some reason, they are blowing up that library. That is where the explosion starts. But we know how it ends is the fact that the entire ship is destroyed by it. It's really a life lesson to not destroy your libraries, I think.
I mean, it's a crime. How dare they blow up books?
Mm-hmm.
At least it wasn't us.
This time.
Yeah, not this time.
Leave that part
Yes.
out.
History will say it was you.
Of course. Every time.
The villains always say it's us. So the two people that were in that library, they're always there. The other
Yep.
two besides Alcabone. So
Just knitting and reading.
Maybe.
my question is it what's on one of them? Not necessarily the library location, but it's one of those two people has it. Whatever they're looking for.
I think this would be a fun time. And like this is just my idea. Like, but you guys feel free to like have whatever else you want. I made these two maps. Like so we have
Ooh.
a very strong door that is a vault of some kind. So they keep all of the like the precious goods that they might be delivering behind that. But what if the library was directly above it?
Mm.
So they're trying to blow a hole in the ceiling so they can just like
Drop in.
drop in and steal whatever's in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was like a plan that I was thinking, but like it could be something completely different. Like if it is just they need to take something from one of these people. But yeah, completely up to you guys. Oh, where did my shuffleboard?
I mean, if he's coming on board with explosives and a weapon, I think it's more than just shaking down a person. I think that was like on the side while we're here.
Yeah, it's just like, and why do they need Larry?
Yeah. Distraction.
But remember,
Or
the
Patsy.
detective wasn't exactly a good person either. Because they have underworld connections.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning. I said that
Gotcha.
the detective was I didn't trust the detective. It's like usually detectives have ulterior means of getting information. So they
I
might
missed
know
her
something.
name.
It was like Evelyn. What's the last name? You know, with a W, I think?
Whitmore.
Whitmore, yeah. So for all we know, that person's in on it too.
I think the other thing we got to remember is that we're making the assumption that the explosion that they're looking to set off is the same as the explosion that takes down the ship. We don't know that yet. It could be
That's
an
true.
unrelated explosion. Like right now, we're
like the explosion causes a chain reaction to something else that's causing it.
Right. We're assuming that it's related. It is entirely possible. I'm not saying it's probable, but possible that they are. This is a red herring. Like that this is unrelated to what causes the ship to sink. And even then, like the explosion may not even necessarily be the thing that keeps us in the loop, right? There's something else that's causing it to loop. Because we've got two things, right? There's the mystery of the explosion, and then there's the loop. Why is it looping? So even if we solve the explosion problem, we don't necessarily solve the loop problem. Because we've had instances where the ship just disappears and then goes back into the loop without any violent explosion or calamity.
So we're looking for a thing or potentially a person that's causing it. Or
And
somehow a focal point of it.
I think we're looking specifically for someone who is aware of the loop and is causing it. The explosion, I think, is our red herring.
Hmm.
Like the
What if
explosion doesn't matter. I don't think.
what if it's you're talking about the one at the end, right? When it set resets? What if that's
Yeah.
an illusion?
That's
A
possible.
spooky illusion.
The one thing that kind of we didn't really ask a question about is that they said they sent people out there, but they never said anything about what happened to them.
Right.
Or
they
if they
came back.
reported back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did they come back? We don't know.
Right. We didn't get any answers to that question of if they've sent people down to the Hulk, what did
Yep.
they find?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed that question. I remember hearing it. Who did that research? No, I'll just tell you because, like, yes, they sent people out there, and like, it is to them like a ghost. Like it's just a show. Like they can hear things and they see it happen, but it happens the exact same every time. Like the same ship falling apart. Actually, I think some people will have told you that once in a while they see a man running around trying to help people. The first couple of times they kept seeing him and reporting him in different locations, and then the last 19 times they haven't seen him.
So we need to find him.
It's like, and that would be your actor stuck in your time loop.
Okay.
All right. And I guess, like I say, the other question was, when, like, did they send divers down to the Hulk itself? Like, so it goes down. Did they send divers in? Like, what does the wreckage look like?
Or is
Okay.
there
No,
none?
there would definitely be wreckage. So, yeah, so it looks like this was years and years ago. This isn't a recent wreck.
Hmm.
Okay, so the
No.
wreck that they
No, it
find.
has to be recent because they know Arthur. So
Yes.
yeah, sorry, my bad. I think the original pitch was this was going to be like years ago, but we changed it as we went, so I like it just fine.
Okay.
So yeah, this was a recreational cruise. It has not built up like tons of grossness down there. With Vidra and the Otter's help, we could have like researched it and seen how it went. Yeah, the owners of the ship have sent their people down to gather the stuff that was in it. There was a large contingent from Evil looking for stuff from here, Arthur. They're paying the Otters top dollar to excavate this ship. So there's a large excavation going on.
There would be one question that Hazel would have had. Is there anything missing from the manifest from what was on the ship? Like what they brought on, has everything been accounted for, or has there been insurance claims made?
I think there is there are obviously lots of loss of life claims happening, very irate people, and also now they're constantly reporting the pain and suffering of having to watch their loved ones leave every morning to get on a ship where they know they're all going to die. Like, that is traumatic, but not unexpected in Sonnery.
Here's another question. So, when a diver goes down to the Hulk and recovers some object from the wreckage and brings it back ashore, when the time loop resets, does the object disappear and go back to the ship?
I don't think so. I think we can actually take everything from the ship. But Akhana, can you give me a reason? Well, you have advantage.
Yep. Oh no, I lost my. Hold on. There we go. Oh, it's because I'm typing. Okay. Hold on.
You're good.
Add. Okay, good. Go back to character sheet. Okay. You said a reason. Advantage. Reason. Go.
Absolutely
Yee!
massive success.
Fabulous.
All right, so yeah, that's gonna be good. There's definitely oh, I had you do it, but it was Hazel asking the question. But you guys can figure this out. There is an item missing from the manifest. It was supposed to be delivered to who wanted it? Oh no, it was a gift to somebody called the Shaper.
Hmm.
It was from. It's like it was a gift to the Shaper from. Not Sonnery. What's that? Not that. What's that town called? Like it's in Sonnery, but like it's got a cool name. Oh, from Noman to the Shaper.
Noman.
It was a package that had a very ridiculous, like it was very heavy for its size. I think it was about the size of like a Kleenex, not a Kleenex box, but like a little bit bigger than that, like a small Amazon box, like a small cardboard box. But
Like a shoebox.
Yeah, like like a little bit bigger than a shoebox. Like if a shoebox was a cube instead of a rectangle.
Okay.
And like that box was said to be under the ownership of Oliver.
A Glomcrest guy. In the end.
Yeah. The actor that we have revealed is stuck in this time loop.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm. I bet he's missing making more cheesy commercials.
All right, so we know that there's a gift from the Shaper. That can't be good. That guy's bad news. Had a run-in with him before. Did not go well. So, I bet it's that gift that someone's after. And what they can do is, if with each loop a new edition of that thing gets basically instantiated into the Hulk, a diver can bring out multiple copies of it theoretically, right? Like, so you could start, instead of it becoming a one and done thing, it becomes something that you're functionally farming. Like you're farming WMDs.
So an infinite amount of items.
Exactly. The loop is the point here. And the heist isn't anything that's actually happening.
No, I got it. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
The loop isn't anything. The explosion, that's really just a red herring. It's all about the loop. The heist isn't happening on the ship. It's happening after it's sunk.
So we need to find the actor, Oliver, to see where this item is. Maybe it's the item maybe causing the loop.
I mean,
The gift,
I don't know that
whatever it is.
the explosion is a red herring because it's causing the sinking.
It's part of it.
It's part of it. It's wrapped up in it. So if we found out more about the explosion, we might be able to stop it?
I think if you want to stop it, we have to make sure that they need to know that the loop isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to
Hmm.
detonate it in another spot that's just as good. So
Right.
we have to locate whatever it is, either it's in that box or whatever it is causing the loop, and eliminating it, either by removing it from the ship or destroying it, and therefore, showing there is no loop.
I wonder if this item is like we suspected in the library, or if it's in the room that we have a key for.
The vault. Oh, or the like just like Rick's
Or the-
room.
Yeah. Well,
Although it's entirely possible that that key that we have is not a room key, but rather a vault key.
Hmm.
mm,
I don't-
We just
hmm.
assumed it was a room key. But
Yeah.
Unless
here's
these
You can
people
try
are
it.
dumb enough to think that the vault has the item, and then they're after the item still.
the other thing is we can figure out the explosion. We don't have to stop it. We just let the loop happen again and take that foreknowledge with us, because we can experiment with that. Because while we are in the loop, we are functionally immortal. So we can do a little bit of trial and error. Like once we stop the loop, once the loop breaks, things have consequences all of a sudden.
Yes.
So we got to be careful about that.
mm-hmm.
So we only stop the loop once we're ready. So I think maybe the order of operations is we figure out what's causing the explosion, and then we figure out what's causing the loop, then we stop the loop and stop the explosion. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely. So all four of you break off to find like your things. And again, at 9:30, this ship explodes in Titanic style. Like cuts right down the center and then sinks incredibly quickly.
Oh, we should look at the center. What rooms are in the
Yeah.
center of the boat?
Yeah.
It's like, so we know that happens. The working theory is it is to sink the ship over and over again to just keep like stealing all of this stuff. Like you steal everything, the ship sinks, you steal everything again. That is the working theory.
And the
Yep.
beauty of all this is that at this point it's salvage. So it's not even theft.
Yep.
Yep, and
It's
like
not technically illegal anymore.
the speed at which the evil like cartels got here was suspicious.
I bet. Or probable.
It's like, oh no, then they just keep hiring groups to like keep salvaging. The otters are just like, man, there's a lot of salvage here. Okay, so and alright, so we're gonna look at the middle place. Are you guys gonna look for Oliver? Because you do know he must be on the ship somewhere.
Yeah, I think looking for him would be key too. Because he's probably tired of being blown up, and at this point, he would probably want to save his butt right now.
Does anyone have any Maven abilities that would help, or would it be presence because of vibes, or investigation, like reason?
If you want it to be like an investigation, makes perfect sense. You investigate and you just like look what room this guy's supposed to be in because you know he's here.
Yeah, I mean, and I have the card, so I can do that.
Kind of going and visiting Oliver.
Just checking the rooms. I don't really want to see him. Oh no, that's the magician. Wait, you
Yeah,
think? Oh, go room by room looking for Oliver. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could for sure, because like you guys just haven't run into him. Like he's not out and about.
Something tells me
Hmm.
he's hiding. He's just drinking himself to death at this point because he's just like, oh, fuck it, you know?
It's very similar to like what I have him doing.
Getting drunk
I
at
was
the
like,
bar, baby.
he's just gonna be at the bar saying,
Order
I'm just
shot.
gonna, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, I mean, if he tried over and over again to save them,
He'd be
and then
broken.
you know,
He would be
yeah, of
totally
course.
broken. So it'd
All
be
right, I'm
like,
gonna search
hey,
every bar on the ship. There's got to be more than one,
I
yeah,
assume. Yeah.
but less than the amount of rooms on the ship. So
there's one on every deck.
yeah, right.
How many decks?
All right, I go bar hopping.
Bar
Yeah.
hopping.
I'm just gonna go like to this one. It's just like he's walking down, like slurring
Bingo.
his words. Like waves his cup at Sue. He's just like, "Hi, Sue. Oh, we had good times."
I'm gonna come in on my rascal and try to distract or get his attention.
And
Hello,
what? What the? Who are you?
hi.
Immediately you see a ghostly hourglass like floating over his right shoulder.
Oh, I don't like that. Uh-huh.
And it has about 4 hours worth of time left.
Okay.
Or like however like if it's 7 right now, it has 2.5 hours worth of sand left.
Creepy. Okay.
So that's almost certainly what's.
He's our timer. Okay.
He's an egg timer with how much he's been
No.
drinking.
Oh no. You look like the life of the party. My name's Blanche, and I'm just here looking for some fun. I got this rascal. Do you want to ride around and cause some mischief?
There's no Blanche on the ship. Blanche didn't get on the ship. Blanche, Dorothea, Sophia, and Rose, they didn't make it. They didn't
Well,
make it.
I'm right here.
It's didn't make. He
Yeah, they
slaps
got
his
my
face.
boarding pass.
Like he slaps a couple of times. Slaps his face a couple of times. Like, okay, is it different? Is it different today?
Is it different today?
Like it feels. It's you different, and then like are the rest of you also there? Or are you investigating other things?
Oh, I Hazel would tag along just to kind of
Okay.
watch and see how things go.
You're different. You're different. Oh, okay, excellent. All right, good. All right. So, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound a little crazy.
Actually, I think we already know, and we're here to help. I was just carefully approaching you because I didn't know how much you knew.
I have been drinking a lot,
That's obvious, yes.
but yeah, through my drinking, I'm pretty sure this is real.
Yes.
I've done this 22 times. No, wait, no. We've said you guys have been doing. You did
Yeah,
it
we've
at least
been
3 more
in 3 or
times.
4 loops already.
Mhm.
I've done this
26 times.
at least
Oh no.
20x times. I lost count. I started drinking. You know,
what?
they
I
do
can't blame you. Yes.
they do an amazing Simmons crunch in there. Just
Oh, I definitely have to get one.
fantastic, excellent. But excellent. Okay, so what do we know? It's just like so. You know that I'm into big, like you know that I'm into Al Capone pretty deep, right? That's
Didn't know that part. Okay, that starts to connect the dot for
okay.
us. Thank
Alright.
you for that. We do know they're here, and they probably
And you can
teaming up
kill me,
with
right?
this other guy.
You can kill me.
I don't think we want
You
to do that. I think we want
You
to
can kill
save
me
you.
forever.
No. I mean,
I-
I don't know.
Why
It's
would you want to die forever? I can't help myself.
20
Jump in.
20x days?
Okay, but we're gonna try to end it for you and get you back to
Thank
where you
God.
need to go.
Oh, praise
How
Jesus!
tall
They're
is
gonna
this
end
guy?
it. 5'8".
Is there something I can climb on to like check out the hourglass thing?
Yes.
You can climb on him.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna
lift
climb
you
on
up
him.
on the rascal.
I want to check out this hourglass thing.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a ridiculous magical item.
Can I turn it over?
Ho 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 ho.
I
I
think
don't have a bad feeling about that, but
That sounds like an
I
occult
asked if I
move.
could. I didn't say that I did.
yeah, that's definitely an occult move. That is a sensitivity occult move to give that a shot.
I want to see if it's manipulable.
can we shake it?
So you're
Okay.
gonna
I will
end it
wait.
right
I
here.
will
It's gonna
wait
blow up on
until
us.
I will wait until we're ready. What am I hitting? What am I going with? Occult?
Occult
Occult
and
move.
yeah, sensitivity.
Mm.
Shake it like a British nanny.
What did
Come
that?
on.
Okay.
Multi-
Stop it, 8. You got 8. Yay.
Oh, we do get it like Tamaka. Okay. So
Nice.
okay. So as you go to turn it over, each one of you give me your scene of comfort. Like you're sitting alone in a room, or like you have time to yourself, or whatever it is that you find comfortable. You don't have to be in a room; it can be outside. What is Akhana Blanche's like fusing together as like one person that is happening in this moment? Like you are like, and like obviously it's Arthoria, like Dorothy.
It's B.
The Conant
Yeah, right. Akhana.
Yeah, it's just
There we
me.
go.
or Blancana. I don't know.
Blanchana.
Blantana. That sounds right.
All right. How do you do Sophia and Hazel?
So Faisal.
So Hazel, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I can do this all day.
Bose.
And then Rose.
Yeah, it's just Bose.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosa.
Yeah. Rosidra.
Rosidra.
I
Rosita.
love it.
Excellent. All right. Give me their like scenes of comfort, like, and like it's gonna feel really real, and like this cruise ship right now is giving you that.
I'm gonna say that I'm in a dark room developing pictures of my family or my found family.
It's just, and again, you're Sophia hanging up pictures of your grandkids. They're great.
Rose.
Rose.
Oh, Rose. Sorry. So yeah, of course. Yeah. You got so many like
So, like-
wonderful grandkids.
And all of my my pictures of all the rest of the Golden Girls too.
Oh,
Adorable.
just
Because we're all a family.
thank you for being a family. All right, who wants to go next? This is happening like this. Not even an illusion. It's gonna feel. It feels fully real.
Ooh, I really want to go.
Go for it.
Okay, so like it's the corner of a coffee shop with a really comfortable armchair, like real deep, like high arms and a deep cushion and a big pillow, and then a little footstool. And I have a basket of yarn and a set of crochet hooks, and there's tea kettle and an espresso machine. And then like there's a window, and right outside of it is my rascal scooter.
Love it. Arthur, did you ever get to finish that novel?
Never did. Never did.
Oh.
His cozy place is his favorite armchair in a quiet study. It's old, it's beat up, but it's the best thing ever. Like it's it's where he feels happy. It's where he feels safe. So like yeah, in this armchair, he's able to sit down. He's got his he has his typewriter on his lap. I know it's not supposed to be in there. It's crazy heavy, but he's also a well, he's a half orc, so he's huge, so he can do that sort of thing. But he's just he's sitting there, tapping away on the keys loudly, because this is in fact it's a mechanical typewriter.
Clack, clack, bitch.
Yeah,
Love it.
ding, the the carriage return has the bell on it and everything, and he's typing away. And then periodically he's having to just throw away pages, and at this point he knows that he's never going to finish this novel. Finishing the novel, though, is not the point. Finishing the novel is what he does just to process. Or writing the novel, rather, is a process, and it's not about finishing it. It's about continuing to write. And so even if you throw it away at the end of the day, like a ship that explodes like clockwork every day at the same time at 9:30 p.m. Or 10 p.m., he knows that it's what you learn with each page that you throw away. It's each thing that you unlock in yourself as you go, and you're never finished with that novel. This ship will continually explode. This loop will happen forever, and he's okay with it. He's made peace with that. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to finish it. He just grows more each time.
It's just like the solemnness of just like that whole scene happening in this one moment.
It's been a process.
You guys feel the weight of 1,000 loops?
Oof.
Hazel, what is your cozy place? For 1,000 loops.
Let's see. For our little miniature furry Sophia squirrel. For her, it's like being back in what looks like a hobbit hole, but she's just sitting there content baking and making just treats for her friends and her family, whether they're blood or just, the crew she considers family. She's content baking away, saying, okay, I got this person's favorite one, I got that person's favorite treat, just enjoying the smell of her labor and being happy to give them to her friends and family.
I'm picturing a mantle, like full of pictures, but with basically like Muppet Baby versions of the crew, like in her arms, like you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That would be just a nightmare for me. I do not want to see chibi baby versions of the crew. Just throwing
That
that
means
out there.
draw it,
Please
guys.
don't.
You got
But then, like, it snaps back, and you guys are once again now. You're about to board the ship again. It's the beginning of the day. This is. We're gonna go with. We're gonna do the theories now. What do we think is going on, and how do we stop it?
100% has something to do with that hourglass.
Yeah, I think the hourglass is a big part of it. I think the explosion starts in the library, and I think that's where everything's happening. I think that Al Capone and Slick Rick are patsies. I think they were hired to break into a vault. And really what they were hired to do was cause the explosion, and then someone else set up the loop with that artifact. And then we've got basically loot farming with the salvage divers.
The accuracy of that's exactly what I was just thinking is startling. Like, creepily so.
So how about this? We stop the explosion, we break the loop. Like we've got to stop the explosion before the loop timer goes over, which we know is at 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a half-hour window in the library where we know the explosion is going to kick off, and then from there, once we've gotten that stopped, we can break the loop and go on our merry way and bring this ship to port.
So if somebody is able to kind of camp out in the vault and stop people from
We
like
need to
getting-
block off the library is what we need to do.
well, that
And
Yeah.
too.
make it difficult for them to do anything on the same deck. Because it seems to be like they picked that spot because of the vault, right? So what other points of entry to the vault can we just be like, oh no, the library's quarantined. We had a grandma barf all over the books or something. I don't know.
Food
You know,
poisoning.
food poisoning, norovirus.
Yes,
Let's go. You know, like
It is a
we
cruise
gotta,
after all.
you know, somebody ate bad shellfish. I don't know, but we have to keep them from getting to that point. Like
Why would you have raw fish on this boat? I don't
I-
understand.
I don't know, and it was at room temperature,
For like
but
days.
for days. So that would be the first thing I would attempt, just to kind of prolong it, because obviously if it doesn't make the timer, then it goes back and we end up not blowing up, but still, you know. But the other half of that is what stops us from playing the two ding-dongs against each other?
I think that's a good idea. So what do you have in mind?
Well, obviously Al thinks he's in charge, right? And we
Yeah.
have an actor at our disposal with Oliver. So why not make them think that, you know, get Oliver to make him think that our, you know, so-called magician is really the one who's going to walk away with everything, and he's got a secondary plan to get off, and that the explosive he has are duds or something like that.
So we got to catch him before he, gets drunk off his ass.
Yeah,
All right.
why not try it? I mean, let him do his acting skills. Let him give the, you know,
Can we hire him to do that? Like, can we make him feel important?
the part of a lifetime, you know, save your butt.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the other thing. We have time on our side.
Mhm. If we
Like-
can
If
keep
it doesn't
him from
work this
drinking,
time,
Like, we can brute force this, is what I'm suggesting. Basically, we can do this enough times until we get the perfect roll.
hmm and he's going to be, you know, he's aware that we're around, so he's probably not
Yeah.
going to be as drunk as you think he is this time. He might be going, oh, there's hope.
Exactly. If we give him hope and we give him a plan, give him a way out, and yeah, we'll save scum.
It's just like. So before you touch his hourglass, he explains the rest of the part. Like, this is how I think it makes sense. Oliver, actor, down on his luck. Like, he was famous at one point in time back when they did real, like when acting was real, when there was a stage, not all of these cameras, not all of these, like a live audience that he could talk to. It's not true. Oliver's kind of a piece of shit, but like, he blames it on the fact that television killed the play.
But he has no cameras to worry about here. The whole ship is his stage.
Right? And it's just like, and like, that's why he loves the cruise the cruise touring. It's just like also all the alcohol, but they promised to get me back on my feet. All I had to do was come on this cruise and hold on to this here box, and like inside the box was this hourglass. It's like, no problem. They said, make sure I had it on me at precisely 9:30 25 days ago. And I did. And then the ship exploded and I fell off and I drowned, and then I woke up at 7 p.m. as we are boarding from Gloomcrest. And every day at 9:30 it blows up again and again and again.
So
Sometimes I don't die until at least 11, though.
what if we were able to help you find a way out?
I don't know.
Yes.
That seems worse. Not dying until 11 if the ship explodes.
Yeah. I thought I made it one time. Almost got all the way to the coast. I was attacked by flying sharks, if you could believe it.
That sounds less than ideal.
I must say, though, all that swimming has really worked amazingly on your physique, sir.
Yeah, but you have the worst luck. But we can help you.
Flying sharks.
I can't. That's wild.
I wonder how they taste.
Hmm.
Probably a little fishy.
I was gonna say gamey.
Chewy.
Flappy. I don't know how they fly.
Probably a little tough.
Hmm.
So it's just, okay. I mean, I will accept, anything you got. Can't be much worse than this. You know how many times I've read all of the books in here? None. I'm not much of a reader, but like one day I'm sure I'll get to it.
Don't worry about it. It won't be here that much longer.
There's only a limited amount of the books. Like, I mean, I don't want to start, it's not that I don't read, it's that I don't want to start. And then, like, what if I get to the end and it's a cliffhanger? I'll never be able to get the next book.
Vidra just stage whispers and just goes, "Boss, I don't think he reads."
Well, it's like, if you can't kill me, I guess the next best thing is solving this loop situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that any of us said can't.
Oh, I would love it if you could.
You'll
I
just
think
come
we
back to
meant
life.
won't.
Okay. It's like, sign me up, folks. What am I doing? He's just like, he's just like, points at you. He's like, I know what I could do. I've been here for 25 loops in a row. Actually, for him, 25, and it's just like generally only like 3 hours. It's really not even that much. He's only spent like 3 days in here, but it's been 3 days of the same 3 hours.
Hmm.
That's a
His
much worse
fortitude's
loop.
kind of low.
He's just like, I got it. I've explored every inch of this place. I'll draw you a map.
Except the books.
And he's like, he draws you the worst map in the world. It's just like, it has his room. This is the mall and the auditorium and the cafeteria.
We did expect this to be useful, right?
He's just like, I don't know how to break this to you. I'm kind of drunk.
Already?
Yeah.
So here's the
Did you
thing.
preload?
Drunk
Pre-game.
before the time loop started.
I don't blame you, honestly. Knowing this is how your day's gonna end, I don't blame you.
All right.
Sorry, Arthur, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. So let's sit here, and what if we use his drunkenness in our favor? Like if we get him spouting off things that will turn the that are two conspirators against one another.
Hmm.
Well, obviously he's got to know some things that would hurt the other person's feelings, and vice versa.
Yeah, if we get him talking about, we can just start slipping him rumors that he will then loudly circulate amongst the other guests, and then when those rumors make their way back, boom, there we go.
Okay, but who's like if somebody is trying to frame or if somebody set up Al Capone, who's higher than Al Capone? Maybe Al Capone's not even that high on the family thing. Maybe he's like no, we just said that he's just
He's a patsy.
he's a patsy. Okay, so
Yeah, all these guys are stooges. They think they're masterminds, but they're stooges.
Who would be more notorious than Al that might try to usurp him on this kind of a job?
So we know here's what we do. We know that Al is clever, but he's also suspicious. Let's play on that. Let's
Well,
start.
he thinks you're trying to steal the job, right?
He had thought that I was trying to steal the job, but he hasn't necessarily caught me on this loop, right?
Right.
nope,
What
has
if
not.
so
So what we
maybe
can
we let
do
him
is we
think
can
you are?
start planting rumors that the magician said. I overheard the magician saying something about how that Al Capone guy doesn't even know who he's messing with, right? Something like that effect.
Okay, so they don't do the job. All right, absolutely.
Right. So we get them basically getting them thinking, oh, hey, we know that Cabone is probably too smart for his own good, but not smart enough to realize it.
Hmm.
We get him thinking that somebody's got a thing on there. We get him thinking that someone's trying to make a play on him.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I just trying to feel out if we've completed all of the pieces to the puzzle. If we can just do this scene. Do we know how to stop this loop though? Because we can stop the place from exploding, but it will still go back in time that 2.5 hours or whatever.
So we stop the explosion first.
Okay.
Then we break the loop. And then we get off the ship, go our merry ways.
Right.
But how do we break the loop?
So we've got we know where the timer is, right?
Yeah.
Vidra was in a position
What did I learn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, because you did have a mixed success. That with the way to turn this off is incredibly limited time loop situation. But it's just you've seen it a million times. This curse is like this all over Evo. It's one of those pesky. It's a very illegal. You aren't supposed to sell it. Whoever stole this is whoever got their hands on this. This is a chest exclusive right here, guys. Low-ranking devils do not handle items like this. This is somebody's poking holes. in like the establishment. And which obviously means Arthur, somebody in evil is getting big for their britches. Like somebody is making a power play. But it is a magical item. So if you guys could find a way to cut off its magic, a la null metal, like maybe a null metal box or something,
Bullet.
or null metal bullet, yeah, that would destroy it for sure.
You got one of those?
Oh yeah.
Pew pew.
Boongo.
Yeah. So I just need to shoot the box. You know, a few times for good measure.
Yeah, the hourglass.
Yes.
Mhm.
So,
Right. I'm sure the box is indestructible, probably.
but
So he has to
first-
take it out, but then does
Oh, no,
it separate from him?
No, that's the thing. He doesn't pull it out every day. The first time he pulled it out was the only time he interacted with it. Like
Okay.
it attached its like in my head. It's a very there's a
Sounds like
manga
a
hunter.
cursed. Sounds like a cursed item. Basically,
Ru-
whoever opens
yeah.
it's like a Pandora's box. Whoever
Exactly.
I
that.
gotcha.
You open it. And
Whoever
then
opens it.
whoever opens
You
it gets
opened
stuck
the
in
box.
the 2.5 hour time loop.
Okay.
Got
And, like,
Hellraisered.
Have you ever seen Hunter x Hunter? Like the comic or the
Mhm.
manga Hunter x Hunter, where they have the bomb in them. That's kind of how I'm picturing it. It's like fused to him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot shake it. And then every 2.5 hours, doesn't matter if he dies or not, every 2.5 hours, he restarts in that spot. But it is a very cursed item. Very, very dangerous cursed item. Alright. So yeah, we know how to destroy it, and that time loop. That makes perfect sense. But let's stop the bombing, shall we? Like, this...
Yes.
Alright, so is this loop the one where we leave the magician to do his thing so he can meet up with Gloria at the end, right? So they can bomb the library?
Let's give it a shot.
That's the hope.
Yeah, what's the worst that
And,
can happen? You gotta try again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I'm gonna offer Oliver a quicker way out, so to speak. Basically, I pull from being a detective, clearly a man of low character, as I've been told. I pull out a little pillbox and from my pocket, and I go, there is a this pill. If you if it's starting to go south and you think it's going to be a long, excruciating death for you, this will make it short and sweet. Make of this what you will.
But like you're gonna protect me when I'm in there, right? Like you wouldn't let them torture me to death again, would you?
I would not. That's the whole point. This is what will prevent you from getting tortured. And then the loop starts back over, and then we get it right. I don't want you to have any more undue suffering if we have to do any redos.
All right, yeah, okay, all right. He's just like slapped himself in the face a couple times. He's like, okay. Stop the ship being exploded. Stop everybody from dying. Okay. Yeah, all right. Good. All right, let's go. And then I think he heads off to the library. What do we want him to say? Like, you guys can be in the room, but like hidden if you want to. Like, they
Yeah,
don't
I'll
see
be
us.
hidden.
Yes. Sneaky.
Like, because he wouldn't initially know the whole plan. Like, he was said to just do this job, like entertain this tour, and then on this day activate the curse, get cursed. These guys were hired to rob this place or like and sink it, but they thought they had a way out. But what they didn't have was a way out, and then also they have no idea that the time loop was a part of it.
So, like, here's the thing. Like, the idea is that Oliver, it doesn't actually necessarily make direct contact with them.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
The idea is that Oliver runs his mouth off at the bar about what he heard the magician saying to some other patsy that we pick, right?
Oh, of course.
So then, and we make sure that gets said within earshot of Al Capone.
So he gets paranoid.
Yeah, get him paranoid. And then let his paranoia do the rest of the heavy lifting.
Absolutely. So that, yeah, go ahead and roll me, whoever wants to, roll me a composure meddling move with advantage. That's great.
I
Basically,
get a +1.
yeah, if you get a +1, go for it. Great success.
Ooh, yeah.
Very
That's hot.
great success.
I'm sorry if I'm closing your sheets. I don't know why sometimes it works that way. But
I'm
yeah,
making a note here.
Huge success.
amazing.
These
So-
dice love me. I don't know what's wrong with Roll20 Quest.
You always roll good when we play games where you roll 6-siders.
Of course.
So you guys like looking through the library window as they're getting ready for their meetup, and like Larry walks in, and like Al Cabone, no, Rick and Cabone like meet up with each other, and Cabone's just like, "Is everything in set, ready to blow this thing?" And you see Rick pull a gun out, and, like he like takes off his top hat, and he pulls a gun out of the top hat.
That was the best movie yet all night.
She's like, yeah, everything's set up. I know a setup when I hear it. I heard what they're talking about down at the bar. You expect me to die for this? I'm gonna take the fall. No. Not old Slick Rick. It's like, I get my way out of here right now. It's just like, now you give me everything you got. Give me your money. Like, I know you're holding. And like, that's where we're at right now. But Cabone is holding the detonator in her hand, in his hand, up Gloria's sleeve. Like, you guys can see it. Like, Akhana and Hazel, you two are definitely like eyes like locked on that detonator.
I'm gonna take a risky move here. I'm gonna try a night move.
Ooh.
I am going to put myself into the line of fire here. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to remove my disguise just to see if that's enough to throw them off balance, because in this loop I have not yet revealed myself to them. They know who I am as Arthur Fourtusks, and I am hoping that shock will give me a split second I need to come in and then just completely dismantle them with my brass knuckles.
Nice.
Just incapacitate them and disarm them. Now, this is heavily risky, of course. It's entirely possible that the one with the detonator, which was Al, right?
Yep.
It's entirely possible that I might, if I startle him, he'll set off the detonator and then we're back to square one. But I feel like it's worth it to at least give it a shot.
I totally agree.
And then from there, if can I ask Akhana to maybe can you maybe once I go for Al, if you go for Rick, keep him from doing anything, and then from there it's a simple matter of quote simple disarming the bombs, and then we break the loop.
Yep.
All right. So this would be a night move, right?
Yeah, this would be a night move.
All right, so I'm working on those night moves. Just don't have
I
that
have
much
a song
glue.
stuck in my head now.
Yep.
Such a good one too.
It is. So this is going to be with vitality. And do I have advantage or disadvantage on this?
I think I would give you advantage because like we have shown the fact that they do react to your presence. Like they know you. And
Cool.
because of that, I think advantage.
All right, awesome. So let's go. Show me potato salad.
Why potato salad?
Oh.
That'll
Why
work.
not?
though.
It's delicious.
It's like the whole room fills with potato salad. It just starts pouring out of fucking Slick
Out of
Rick's
the
hat.
bush.
He's like, how do I turn it off?
I believe that counts as potato salad, which is basically what I'm going to turn Al Capone's brains into.
Nice.
So I basically step forward and then I remove my disguise and in a single move just basically thunder forward with a powerful blow, basically right up through his jaw, basically sucker punching him. His jaw explodes, teeth flying everywhere. His brains are pretty much concussed at best. If he's lucky, he'll have a concussion.
So is Al Capone a skeleton with a brain, or is he like a zombie?
I think he's probably a zombie.
Okay, all right.
Let's call a zombie.
A lot of skeletons hate him because he took the Cabone name, but he has a lot of flesh left.
Yeah.
It's a real,
He's a
it's a real
poser.
sore point.
So yeah, headshots are pretty powerful against him.
He got his dome
Yeah.
split.
You see, like his teeth busting out of his face, tearing apart his Gloria latex mask. It just like hits him underneath. Okay, absolutely. Akhana, you got a hold of Rick. He's he's swinging his gun. He's getting ready to just like, what is he? He's shocked. He's gonna fire, and I would roll a 6-sider, and that person is the person that gets hit. How would you stop it? Like, I'm telling you, if you fail this roll, I'm rolling a 6-sider, and that person is getting shot.
Okay. I would do like a soccer slide towards his feet and knock him out from standing.
Absolutely. This is again dressed as Blanche.
Yeah, of course.
So we cannot forget the fact that you are Blanche in this situation.
Fear does not exist in this dojo.
I think this
No
is
mercy.
definitely a night move because this is like the climax. Night move with vitality, probably.
Advantage. Go.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, just made it.
Yep,
Woo.
works though. There's a complication. Oh, here's the. Yeah. You kick him down. His gun goes off.
Oh no!
The detonator.
Spark.
The detonator gets hit. And then in a mushy like laugh, the latex mask around, they're like all like torn up and just like a mess. And it's just like you can't turn it off. You can't turn it off. And then you see the briefcase bomb. Not briefcase. It's a it's in a wicker basket. Like one that an old lady might carry her yarn in. Inside it, all of that yarn is in fact all just corded C4 Like, it is set to explode at 9:30 on the dot. The detonator was just a contingency.
Throw it overboard.
How do we get it out of here?
Eat
There's
But
it.
I
a
want to
window.
crochet with it. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely yeet it out the window, but I want to crochet with it as
I'm like,
well.
hold on. We have two different styles here. Like, do we try to save something? Do we disarm the bomb to save it, or do we have a scene where we just like are getting it off the boat?
Anyone
mean-
have bomb disarming experience?
Nope.
I'm wondering how much yarn you have at home and if I can just convince you that you don't need this.
But this is explosive yarn.
Yeah, but
It's so
don't-
cool.
Don't
It's
make it
so
more
Life force.
enticing.
How do you disarm explosive yarn?
Well, I
Pinch
mean,
it off.
I mean, don't cut it. Don't
it's
cut it.
it's inert until the charge goes off, right? So we just got to figure out where the actual. So there should be a timer. There's something that will basically send an electric shock into the core.
So I have a completely different question. What happens if we take the hourglass off the ship?
It'll reset him.
Okay.
He tried to swim away before.
Okay.
So, will it still detonate if it's submerged?
Probably. I think
Okay.
that is why it's like the plastic explosive style one instead of just
Gotcha.
like a fuse.
Gotcha.
I do think it is incredibly. In my head, I keep picturing the digital clock, but a very Adam West Batman alarm
Mhm.
clock on top would also fit just fine. Very Dick Tracy, if you will.
So it's got the big wires.
Oh yeah, totally. The wires are
Got the
also
red
made
one
of
to
the
cut.
yarn. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Curse the color blindness. Anyway.
So I guess the other question is like, so really this would probably be a reason check. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Who's got the best reason on our squad?
I got a +1.
I think I have one.
Sounds like everybody's +1. Anyone higher than +1?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Who wants to make the check? Vidra, you've got some mechanical proficiency.
Yes.
Want to take a stab at it?
So what do I do?
He's got them little otter hands.
Yeah.
So what one is this?
This would be night move, advantage, because yeah, you do have some mechanical proficiencies,
And a cat.
and a
And
cat.
a cat.
The cat just staring at it like, fuck if I know. The cat's just another one of those people that look like cats and just like looks at you, shrugs. Fuck.
It's like one of the type of yarn that they won't play with, so you already know there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. So advantage for what
And reason.
reason?
And a great success.
Yee! Fantastic.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
So it's definitely, again, remember Vidra is just Rose from Golden Girls.
Yes.
It's just like, but imagine at her in like Hurt Locker or something, just very just like snip. Wait, how does it look? Do you just like uncrochet it?
I mean, crochet is kind of just a huge slip knot.
Yes,
So
I can attest.
yes.
I want to walk you
can
through it.
Just take one end of it and just undo it.
Unloop it.
It's
It's all
just,
loops.
it's like they'll never be able to figure it out. Like
Mm,
Al's just like laying on his back laughing. He's like, oh, he'll never figure it. What are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! Aw.
I
I'm
just
gonna
gave
get
it to the
fired.
cat, and the cat just ran off like has zoomies.
Just like it's just a cat
He's
running
a
around with
zoomies.
explosive yarn.
sliding on every rug.
930 hits. and it does not explode.
Yay!
Finally.
You see Oliver's just like, it didn't. Oh my god, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it! Like jumping up and down for you to get rid of his like curse.
Well, you gotta stand still so I can shoot it, and not you.
So excited. He just does a little dance. Like he spins around as you're aiming, like as
Oh
you're
my
trying to
god,
get the shot.
stand still.
I will.
Someone-
I promise. I got this. Okay.
Is this composure with a night move?
I think this is composure with the night move. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, 3-3. Oh, I just barely got it. Oh my god.
It's a partial.
Yeah, it's a partial success. So
You
okay.
nick it and it just like starts slowly.
Look, that's what
Like,
you get for
leaking out.
moving.
That's what it is. Here's he danced around a little bit at the last second, and like
grabbed
he's
his
like, "Oh no!"
bicep.
And like the sand starts pouring all on him,
Oh
and he's
no.
just like, what is it?" And he just like vanishes. Oliver is gone. Oliver
Okay,
and the
I
hourglass
didn't kill
just,
him.
just gone.
No, he disapparated.
Okay.
Maybe he went back to where he was before the ship.
I need to sit on a couch with someone after this.
You were like,
Or
like, there's a ton of things that I'm thinking for this that like
Oh no.
Oliver is like a character that can just fall into other games now.
Oh.
Or like he literally just started his life over. And like
he's
as
wherever he would have been if he wasn't stuck in a time loop.
right?
Does he still get to Glomecrest though?
He might be like the
He's in the ads. He has to go back.
Well, here's the thing, though. He also he's still got that cyanide pill, so he can end that loop if he wants to.
just keeps ending the loop
That's
over
fair.
and over again. But I
Oof.
think like the ship is free of the loop. Like it's gone. Like the ship can keep going on its merry way. All of the people that died on that ship are not dead because they didn't die this time. And I think it's just like I think Captain
Do
Harry.
any of them know that they were dead before?
No, they have no idea.
Yeah.
This is all just the ship. Just
Their
took a
family knew
very-
though.
Yeah, right. And this ship to them. This ship took just a very long time to arrive at port. Like,
Wow.
Oh.
It's like,
All right.
yeah. Canonically, that's what makes sense, I think.
Mhm.
So then I guess the question is, we've got Al Capone and
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick incapacitated and detained. Let's see if we can maybe, like, when we get to the beach, right? There'll probably be a shore excursion. We go shore, and there's gonna be divers there, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to grab them too.
So what we do is we basically just start. We have them point out who hired them.
Mm.
I have a feeling that whoever hired them is not going to be too far from this diving operation, this salvage operation.
I have a guess.
Yeah?
This smells like chest. I mean, there's no guarantee that these are all magic items, but with the vault and the curse, it kind of fits his bill, 100%.
Simmons is like, you take his name out of your mouth.
Shut up, Simmons.
I think, yeah, absolutely. Because we are not cops, and we really don't have any authority to stop things. Like,
Nope.
You did stop it. Like, what? You can turn these two over to You can turn them over to not Clonecrest, Goosedale. You can turn them over to the Goosedale PD. Goosedale, because it is like a suburb from a horror movie, does have cops. You know, sometimes they're a piece of shit cops. Sometimes they're like a cool cop that'll get you beer, depending on which horror movie we're in.
Nice.
All cops are bastards, though. But
Would there
that
be another option to turn them in because it happened on a cruise ship while out in waters? So whose jurisdiction is it really?
right?
there,
I
like,
mean,
Maritime law.
Yeah.
how would you punish them? Like, do you punish them or do you just let them go? Because, like, you stopped them from technically actually doing anything.
This
Oh,
time.
I mean,
It was
Al
a law.
Capone is pretty screwed up. I mean, his punishment, he's basically brain damaged. So it's like
Mm.
Yeah,
more
I mean,
brain damage, I should say.
yeah, I mean, like he's never going to be a master. He's never going to be able to even think of himself as a mastermind after what I did to him.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ninja Turtle rules. My bad. If we beat the shit out of them, then we let them go.
Well, there's that. Well,
I
the
think he's
Ninja
still.
Turtles. The Ninja Turtles also had the out that the foot soldiers were actually just robots anyway, so you could do whatever you wanted.
The switch from like normal
Mm.
humans to robots was very alarming to me. I
Oh
read
yeah,
the comics, and then it was just like deeply
as soon
shocking.
as they realized, oh shit, like these guys are all of our main characters are wielding deadly weapons, and it doesn't make sense for them to just not use them. Like
Secret of Ooze was the worst. They never used their weapons.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, sorry. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think you have set Slick Rick and Al Capone basically on the right track. We'll probably see them doing bad things in the future, but it's just funny that they exist.
I mean, really, the funny thing is we can always use them as basically a way to get to the more powerful.
That is 1,000%. Akhana and Arthur, and like as like PI and Spy Master, add these two to your like contacts. At any point, if you guys think asking them for information would benefit you, absolutely. You two can like do that once in a game.
Cool.
Contact one of your like
Criminal contacts.
yeah, for sure. That makes perfect sense.
Cool. All right. I'm down with that.
Informants, if you will.
Yeah.
Because they know if they like don't tell you what you want to know, you're probably gonna beat the crap out of them again.
Uh-huh.
So it's like,
Yep.
Yeah, that really works out for me. It gives you guys special abilities, makes it matter. I love it when it matters. Do you explain to the old people on the ship that they've been dying for the last month?
Nope.
Nope.
They don't need to know.
We explained to them that mistakenly their family was informed that they were dead.
Hmm.
So that it's not just a massive shock when they go home.
He's just like, okay, I mean, she's like, all right, well, that's like I understand mix-ups, but thanks for the free buffet.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hold a shelf.
Oh, and their stuff isn't stolen.
Right, the first
They
round
have
of
their
stuff,
jewelry.
they have all their stuff again, and now
Mm-hmm.
they never died, except for they did die over and over again.
but were there
Don't
any
need to know that.
bodies?
We don't say that part out loud.
I think at the bottom of the ocean, those bodies have to be there. If the jewels and stuff were there, their bodies, like
Hmm.
27 copies of themselves are down there.
Regardless,
That's
though,
a
if they
problem.
ever see their precious items in a pawn shop, rest assured they're just duplicates. they're just knockoffs.
It's just like, what if a time loop was different? I think the woman that runs the Black Sand Resort is just like, you know, I'm good. Here you go. Here are like you all's passes for when you come back. Like we've boosted you all up to the deluxe package. Thank you so much for helping with the ship. She's clearly just really fucked up by this whole thing.
I bet.
Like, you guys just escorted a zombie, like, with a bad latex mask on that's been beaten off of a boat that she's watched sink every single night for the last month.
But we found the problem and fixed it.
If you don't want the answers, don't ask the question.
You're like, you're right. I will add this. Like, I will make sure that everybody that I do business with knows that Lockstitch does do great business. They handle their situations just fine. Got a haunted cruise ship that returns every night and screams with the death of all of its people? Call Lockstitch. Giant monsters? Don't make friends with them. Call Lockstitch.
You want to record this as a commercial? Because we have like airwaves and a show, and we need some commercial spots.
Absolutely. Like, if
Fabulous.
you send me over what I should be saying, and we will record a commercial for like the Black Sands Resort.
I mean, no notes. All that is good.
Oh, absolutely.
Chances are I got that on film anyway. So we can just grab the audio.
Put some
from
still
it.
frames up. Yeah, exactly. Push record on my communicator.
It's all right. So, obviously, this game was supposed to start off the beach weekend game or the beach games, but now we're just using it as now the beach is ready for everybody to come and stay. It's gonna be a great stay, everybody. I'm not sure if these old people are gonna like return, but they might be. They might be there at the same time you guys are like having your beach parties. So, and also, this is great. The beach isn't haunted, which I really thought was going to be the outcome to this game. Like, the old people aren't dead. One man is completely lost in the sands of time somewhere, but we'll find him eventually, I'm sure.
Hey, bro.
That's not going to bite us in the ass, nah.
Yeah, never. Why would it?
Mm-mm.
And
That's
we know,
tomorrow's problem.
and we know that Chest has really gotten involved in like a multi-level marketing situation.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's just like, if you'd like look into it as to who owns this cruise ship and who has been collecting on that insurance, it's probably Chest. And he collected 27 times.
Hmm.
Alright. So, yeah, that was this game. That was Brindlewood Bay. Kind of. Like, yes?
Oh no.
Like, yeah. I had fun.
So did I.
Long and the short of it, time loops are funny. And we can now have a good stay at the beach because the beach isn't haunted anymore.
Hey.
And so thank you for like joining me in this like ridiculous game. I told 3 of the players that we were gonna play Brindlewood Bay today. I forgot to tell Akhana, but
Oops.
Surprise!
right, and like that's why I asked for you guys to join like an hour early, and I really feel like that hour actually really helped us.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, all right, so we are gonna wrap up here. We've got another game tomorrow at 7 that is Rennick, that has Twy, Rennick, Ceylon, Lore, and Pollux and Castor. We're getting the Starborn Melodies band back together. And then we have a speakeasy on Friday. Next Friday, we're going to have a speakeasy. That is what we know for sure. That we are putting priority on people who missed out on games because of like the hospital. But otherwise, I'm going to try to get as many scenes as I can. Like, we know that I'm bad at it. But you guys fucking killed it. You got the vibe. Thank you so much for playing this absolutely ridiculous game with me.
I love it when we get to be ridiculous, so.
Makes for fun times.
It's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Good game, everyone.
I love that like we weren't in like evil, but we made so much lore for evil.
Mhm.
And like that's just fun. All right. That's it for us. Goodbye everybody. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Or never. Goodbye forever.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.